Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So about 8 minutes away, we'll give you a new keyword for Ticket Blitz Thursday for the Strokes at the United Center. We also have Neil deGrasse Tyson tickets coming up at the Auditorium, his Astronomy Bazaar tour, which I'm a big fan of. So that's all coming up at the end of Music Entertainment News. Tragically, we have to start off very sad here and pour one out. I'm not even going to use the pour one out music because this is kind of a really sad situation. For Daryl Sheets from the TV show Storage Wars, he was found dead at the age of 67 of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This happened just at his house, 2 a.m. Wednesday. Police reported there was a deceased individual at the house, and he was called, and that's what they found on scene and what happened. And first off, just to say, Storage Wars, phenomenal show, at least many years ago. Haven't watched one. The 17th season just started in February. The 17th season of Storage Wars.
Can you believe that?
Good for them.
There's 6 seasons of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
There's 17 seasons of Storage Wars.
Get to all of them?
Yeah.
That's all the storage.
Yeah, February 2026 was the 17th season premiere, and Daryl Sheets, a big part of the show. His son was on the show at one point, too. And just a tragic situation. It's a good time for us to mention if you're ever struggling, there's a very easy phone number for you, 988. If you ever need someone to talk to and you don't have anybody, please talk when you're having a rough situation. But talk it out, 988, a very simple number to call that can save a life and save your life if you need it or someone you know. Now, when I go...
Can I ask a Storage Wars question?
Go for it.
Kenzie, I've never been so excited. I would love for you to ask any and all Storage Wars questions.
So I haven't seen it, okay? And I believe the concept isn't it like abandoned units that you randomly bid on? Is that what it is?
Yeah, if you stop paying, so the rule in California, and I looked up, the only reason I know this because I looked up the Illinois rule a minute ago. If you don't pay your storage locker for 36 days, the contents can be sold by an auctioneer. And you're locked out of your own stuff. You get to look at it for a minute before they sell it.
That's right.
Which
You
is
can't
depressing.
you can't touch anything in the locker.
Very upsetting.
Yes.
Very upsetting.
What's the point of looking at it?
Because it's for the drama of the show. If you see stuff in there that you should have been paying your storage locker fees on.
So, Kenzie, the guys bidding on the lockers can look at it. Not the person that didn't pay it. They're not involved in this situation.
Yeah.
But the people bidding, they can't touch anything in the locker, but they can look at it. And so sometimes...
So they can't dig through? Like, if everything's in a box, no idea.
And you'll have guys on the show being like, oh, well, that box probably has the Magna Carta in it, and that box probably has the Holy Grail in it. This storage locker is going to be worth millions. We got to bid on it now. It's great. Or they'll see, like, old china and go, I bet there's old silverware. Oh my God, this could be a gold mine. It's great.
Yeah, it's kind of like Nick Cage and National Treasure trying, I'm going to steal a Declaration of Independence. It's probably in this storage locker.
It's a little bit like that. Yeah.
And I also really wanted to start going around to these auctions after I saw this show the first time.
I think you and the rest of America. I'm surprised you didn't do it. I mean, this was in, we talk a lot on the show about the changing media landscape and how it's not necessarily that things are worse than they used to be, but things are just different. And this was right in that sweet spot where the guys in Pawn Stars and the guys in Storage Wars were legitimately famous, all for buying storage lockers, or in the case of Pawn Stars, buying people's old junk.
Yeah.
So did they ever flop on the show, or they were like, oh, God, we have to just throw all this out?
Yeah, of course. And they'd pay big money for these lockers thinking there was gold inside of it, sometimes literally, sometimes figuratively, and then sometimes it would just be people's trash.
Kenzie, there was a...
I would argue most of the time it's trash.
Kenzie, there was a unit that was bought for $500, and it contained a safe with $7.5 million in it on the show.
Why would somebody put a safe with $7 million in it in a storage unit?
I can't remember the premise on that show, what happened afterward, if they talked to the people afterward.
We don't know, no. I mean, I would go off the grid if I lost $7.5 million.
Yeah, I mean...
If you feel like you're going to have a hard time paying your storage unit fee, why couldn't you use the $7 million?
It was in a safe. They didn't know the code, probably. Yeah, it was stuck.
Like Bitcoin, they lost the hard drive and they couldn't get back in. And there was a lot of, there's been rare comic books that were sold for millions of dollars they found in these units. There was art, just like in case of documents, things like that. So, yeah, this is something I should have been doing. I don't know why I didn't get off my ass and go to start doing this at auctions in Illinois.
I don't know, because this show hit, and it was such a genius concept. It was great that you had Dave, who was the guy who would bid on things and yell, yup, and then you would have, all these other characters. Daryl just passed away. His big phrase was, this is the wow factor. And then you had Barry, who was like this weird old guy, and then you had Brandy and Jared, who were this married couple who seemed like they were in a very bad
How many
marriage.
people were bidding on this stuff?
There were like 5 main characters and then the auctioneers. And the auctioneers
They all did it together?
Well, they were against each other.
They were all against each other.
Yeah.
It was basically different companies or different people that auction and want to get the stuff.
And then they would have antique stores. That's why they were buying these lockers so that they could ideally make a profit at the store based on the lockers that they bought. It's a genius concept. And then, Brian and Kenzie, do you guys know how many spin-offs there were of Storage Wars? Because the original one was just based out in California, but it was a working formula, and they said, what if we expanded?
I don't know the spin-offs. I know the original, and I watched it for several seasons. Again, the 17th season premiere was just, and it's on A&E, by the way. But no, I don't know. Of course it is, but I don't know this. A&E, by the way, stands for the Arts and Entertainment Network. If you didn't know that, they have all these shows on them.
They have Storage Wars, Arts and Entertainment.
They used to show like Lincoln documentaries, and then once they put Storage Wars and all these shows on it, it's like, oh, well, why don't we just do
Make
this?
this money.
Why don't we do this? Who cares about history?
So there was the original Storage Wars. There was Storage Wars Texas, which lasted from 2011 to 2014. Storage Wars New York, 1 season, 2013. Storage Wars Canada, which ran for 3 years, 2013 to 2015. And then some of the characters got their own spin-offs. There was Buried Treasure. There was Brandy and...
Clever.
Okay, all
Clever.
right. Brandy and Jared Married to the Job. And then there was a Storage Wars Miami for 1 season, 2015.
God.
So Daryl never got a spinoff?
Daryl never got a spin-off.
That's a shame.
Well,
and
we may have the answer to the question.
yeah, really sad, really tragic. And again, 988 if you're struggling with anything, please call that number. And also, by the way, so Illinois, as I looked at that, it's similar. They'll lock you out if you don't pay. It doesn't exactly say 36 days, but they do give you 14 days to pay. So if it's locked out, they'll say, hey, you got 2 weeks to pay up and you can get back in your stuff. In Illinois, that's the rule. If you have a storage locker and you just didn't pay, you missed a payment or whatever. But then it becomes the same kind of deal. It will go to an auctioneer, and it would just be like that. Why don't we have Storage Wars Illinois? Maybe I'll start that.
So as the auctioneer, you can either probably pay to keep housing it in there, or you have to empty it out immediately if you're not going to do that.
Well, the auctioneer will be going like, hey, 55, 45, who wants this stuff? This is $75. And they keep going up there and they get the highest bid. That's the auctioneer.
Yeah, I
will
know
do
how
that.
the auctioneer works. Thanks so much.
Well, I thought your question just asked what the auctioneer does.
I think that was your question.
That was what we
No,
asked.
I said the person who gets the unit either has to choose to keep paying, or they clear the whole thing out, have to sell it immediately.
They can't. They're done. They can't get it back. They're done once they're
The
locked
person
up.
who wins the auction.
So the person who buys the unit.
Who's buying the unit? The person who bought the unit.
So in one afternoon, they'll bid on all of these lockers. So you, Brian, and me are going to go bid on lockers in Illinois.
We're going to be explaining this.
Kenzie, during the day, you win 3 different auctions. So you've got 3 lockers to dig through.
Yeah.
My understanding is after the auction is over, after that allotted time, you got to start clearing stuff out. And also, why wait? Because there might be buried treasure in there. But I don't necessarily think there was any sort of specific time limit on once you own the locker, how quickly you have to get that stuff out. But it's beneficial for you to start digging around immediately.
Yeah, I thought that would be part of it. You got 25 minutes.
No, I don't think so.
Go.
Right. I thought it would be like that.
I think the race, the adrenaline rush is the auction, not necessarily the clearing out, the cleanup.
That could be, because if you find $7 million, you're rushing to find your treasures.
Yeah, very much so. Great show.
Yeah.
There's that wheelhouse of American Pickers and Pawn Stars and Storage Wars. I think it made America smarter because it got people interested in history.
Well, certainly A&E moved in that direction away from documentaries and stuff to go with these shows, and it worked. And it's a cash cow, and they're fun. They're really fun to watch, without question.
I now want to be on Storage Wars. That's what I'm getting from this conversation.
Do you have enough stuff to put in a storage? Oh, you want to just bid on some of this stuff?
I don't have anything. I don't have enough for a storage locker. I barely have enough to furnish an apartment. But I'd like to bid on some lockers.
More in music entertainment news before we get to the new keyword this hour for the Strokes Ticket Puts Thursday. Dave Grohl has revealed his secret to preserving his vocal cords and his pregame, what he does before concerts. So this came.
I think we all know what he does before concerts.
Tell me about it. These ladies out there. Well, this is kind of weird because that point, Kenzie, what you made is kind of similar to what you think about a band where guys are 20 years old, 21 years old. And Dave Grohl, not that, my Gen X friend. So here's what he said before a show, what he does. About an hour before the show, I'll open up a beer. Cool. Opens up a beer and start drinking the beer. I might take an Advil because my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, and then I'll have a shot of whiskey. And then once the beer's done, I'll open another beer. And then we have
Sounds like I'm talking to you.
I could be in Foo Fighters. And then he says, then maybe we'll do a group shot of whiskey, which we call band prayer, which a lot of bands call it that. Before they go on stage, they do some kind of shot, and they call it a band prayer. Then someone will say, 15 minutes, and then I open one more beer and have one more shot, and then I hit the stage. Probably not the best pattern, I got to say, Dave. We love you, man, to death. But, boy, that doesn't lead to a good ending. I don't think so.
He's like, and then I'm so wasted. I don't remember who I slept with before I got on stage.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he does that at Soldier Field coming up the week after Lollapalooza, if that's his routine. Hopefully get backstage and watch it.
I mean, why stop now? That he went to a doctor and told this to the doctor, and the doctor goes, yeah, it works for me. You seem to have healthy vocal cords.
Yeah, it works. But, I mean, I'm trying to count up the beers. It sounds like it's about 4 beers, a couple shots, and an Advil.
Sounds like a balanced diet.
I will say, and I'm not recommending
It's like
this.
the pyramid
That's what Michelle Obama wanted from us.
for the kids at school.
Yeah. This is that time when I say do as I say, not as I do or did.
Okay.
You shouldn't do this. It's very dangerous. But when I was in college, if I was, wasted going out partying at the frat parties and stuff, when I would get home before I'd wake up, I had class the next day, I would take 4 extra strength Tylenol, and chug half a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
You Vince Neil? Oh, my God.
And I don't know how I felt. Kenzie just made that face like that. Ugh. But I don't know why, but that combination would settle my stomach, and the Tylenol would...
Settle your stomach like you ginger ale. You psychopath.
Some ginger ale and some Ritz crackers.
I never heard of that remedy. I only heard of Pepto-Bismol and Tylenol when you're wasted.
Extra strength.
But that can make your liver shut down, so I'm glad I'm here today. Don't do that. Don't drink with any kind of Tylenol or Advil. It's bad, like Dave Grohl's doing there.
But you're saying it worked.
It worked. I'd wake up feeling great. And I did this for years. 4 extra strength Tylenol, half a
Like
bottle
a
of
week
Pepto.
ago.
I don't know why, but don't do it. It's bad for your liver can shut down and you can actually die. It's not good.
Yeah.
But I'm
not
here.
you though.
Not me.
Winning.
I got my Wolverine blood. It didn't happen. Hey.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. And stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Text in your takeaway right now. 312-967-8300. Something that was memorable to you on today's show. Something you want to highlight. Let us know. Maybe you laughed. Maybe you cried. Maybe it made you angry. Anything, your takeaway. 312-967-8300. Text your takeaway in right now.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, a lot to be excited about with our teams. I want to make sure I mention that, of course, the draft is tonight, the NFL draft in Pittsburgh, and the Chicago Bears have the 25th pick, which will be tonight, later tonight. Interesting, the 25th pick, as I thought, wow, it's been a long time since we picked that low. And maybe in case you're not in the know, the lower you pick, the better your team is in a way, unless some trades happened, because the Bears were pretty fun and good last year. The last time the Bears picked higher than 25 was 2011.
Wow.
When they took Gabe Karimi from Lake Forest, nicknamed the Jewish Hammer when he played for Wisconsin. 6'7", 320 pounds, only played about 3 or 4 years in the league, but we like our local guys that do well.
Hall of Famer.
That's the last time they picked higher than 25 was 15 years ago. Meaning the Bears haven't been that great in 15 years.
I was telling Brian this morning, I go, it's kind of nice to not care about the draft as much this year because we have a late first-round pick. We've been like a top 10 pick team the last few years. This is kind of, it's nice that this is on the back burner a little bit.
I mean, we had Caleb Williams, number 1 pick in 2024 with that traded to get that receipt from Carolina Panthers. Paid off great, that pick. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm excited about the draft. I love watching it. And they'll have 7 picks overall throughout the weekend. But yeah, interesting stat there. Also with the White Sox, not to miss out on them again. Yesterday, boy, did I take a lot of flack for talking too much about the rat at Wrigley Field.
And not the winning White Sox.
And I was amazed, by the way, of how many people said the rat wasn't that big. It wasn't the size of a Labradoodle. That rat was humongous.
I think the problem was you said it was the size of a Labradoodle. So They weren't saying it's not that big. They were saying it's not that big. Do you understand?
I didn't get the what is it? The Sergu, the one that accentuates the word. It's not that big.
They're saying it's not that big. It's not as big as Labradoodle.
What's a Sergu? Am I saying that wrong? The thing they put on top of a letter.
The thing that you mean an accent?
Yeah, but it's I think it's called a Sergu.
I don't know. I'm not good at that.
Not good at what?
I don't know. I'm not even sure if that would be one in our country. Like, I don't know the 2 dots above the U. I don't know what that's called.
That's like the Lowenbrow, and that's the Motley Crue. But the Sergu, every time I'm trying to put in Sergu to see what it is, I keep getting Sergio.
Oh, I thought you were going to get Syracuse.
Nah, I'm not. I should probably just move on this one.
Type the word accent after it.
It's just a Sergio accent. I don't know how to spell Sergio.
You're just going to get Google searches for the dog whisperer.
Let's see here. Sergio accent. Oh, no, it's talking about a Spanish accent.
Oh, not a Spanish accent.
Never mind. So anyway, the White Sox, who lost 11-7 to the D-backs, but the real story is all the records that Murakami is breaking, including this one, first time in MLB history. 4th straight game in which Colson Montgomery and Munetaka Murakami both homered. That's the first pair of teammates in MLB history to each homer in 4 consecutive games. I cannot believe that stat.
Think about how many, Kenzie, think about this. Think about how many teammates there have been in MLB history.
A lot of people, huh?
And they've never done that before.
Wow.
I thought you were going to have the number, Kenzie.
I would have the number of people who've played in the MLB.
Yeah, I thought you had that at the top of your head.
I don't know.
It's too bad.
I know it's a small amount compared to the entire population.
But a big amount in general.
But not according to my son's baseball team, because apparently everyone's going pro on there, so according to the parents.
Oh, yeah, they all go pro. They all are. The armchair quarterbacks coaching their kids.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'll be at the Cubs game today.
Well, hold on. Let's hear the audio of Murakami's home run last night.
I can't go past
5th
that.
straight game in a row, and John Schifrin has a great new catchphrase for him.
I forgot about his catchphrase. My bad.
Just trusting that those would come.
Murakami deep to right center field. Show me the Mooney.
That's so good.
5 straight games with a home run.
Has he said that in any other home run stretch here, or that was the first time he dropped that?
He, at the start of the season, was in a bit of hot water because he referred to Murakami as the South Side Samurai. Now, I'm not Asian. I don't get to say what's offensive and what's not. He did get some pushback on that for being offensive. Personally, didn't bother me. Again, I don't get a say in it, though. So he has pivoted to Show Me the Mooney, which everyone seems to love.
I like it.
You said that very well. I will say also as a non-Asian, I love it. But I do have Asian...
I hope you start using that for everything that you like.
As a practicing non-Asian.
But I have a lot of Asian friends.
Oh, no. You mean hard stop. Full stop.
No,
You're done.
I want to see where this is. As a non-Asian, I love it.
So, Southside Samurai is great, but...
it didn't bother me, but again, I don't get a say in it.
Any Asian listeners right now, is that offensive? Please text in 312-967-8300.
But Brian has a lot of Asian friends, so he can really speak for the community now. So go ahead, Brian.
I can use all those words because I have Asian friends.
And do you want to say some of those words now?
No.
Okay. You want to talk about the Cubs game instead?
I'm texting an Asian friend right now to see if it's okay to say Southside Samurai.
You're
Okay.
like, hey, you're Asian, right?
Do you know my other Asian friend?
All right, so the Cubs, I'll be at the game today, 120. Cubs extend their winning streak to 8. What a time to be a baseball fan in Chicago, both sides, right? 7-2 victory over the Phillies. Matthew Boyd returns and crushes. Seiya Suzuki, pretty nice with this home run.
That is crushed. Left center field. Gone! That's more like it. Seiya Suzuki, key to the game. 6-2, and he's homered in back-to-back games.
God, I've been pondering all morning since we did sports the first time that I really want to try the 9-9 challenge, the 9 hot dogs and 9 innings and 9 beers, 9-9-9 challenge. And I wrote the
You're
wrong.
still thinking about that?
Well, again, Kenzie since
That's 3 hours ago.
2.5 to be fair. But Kenzie said
great.
Kenzie said she would ride with me on that because I have the wrong crew today. My wife is counting all macros.
My wife.
I have the wrong crew today. My wife.
Because she's counting macros, if you know what that means, and you're looking at
don't.
all the food stuff and everything. She's really...
Macros is when you count everything. So it's not just calories. You're doing grams of protein, grams of fiber, grams of you count the breakdown of your food also.
Weighing scales, taking pictures of the food, and you can put it through this app and it can tell you everything. So she's not going to sit there with me.
Those are historically inaccurate, though. She shouldn't be using those AI photo apps.
It's not. I don't know. Is it AI? I don't know what it is.
What else? Yeah, it's not magic.
I thought it was magic.
What else would it be?
I thought it was
The
magic.
Harry Potter app for dietitian.
And then my brother and his wife are very thin and fit too. So if I'm sitting there trying to eat 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, and 9 innings, it's just not good. I need someone to be. Kenzie said she would support me properly in that and root me on.
I like watching people eat.
Yeah, so I'm with the wrong crew today, but part of me is thinking like I should just go for it anyway. Just forget about the people.
You should go for it anyways. You should make a mukbang.
A mukbang. I found out what that is today.
You could have invited a different crew because, Kenzie, you don't know this, but yesterday Brian came in and told me he was going to the Cubs game today. And, of course, I gave my famous catchphrase. I guess my invite got lost in the mail. And he goes...
It's funny every time, by the way.
I think it hits. He goes...
You could invite him once.
Yeah, you could invite me once. I would stop making the joke. But he goes, well, I was going to invite you, but then I invited my brother and his wife, and I didn't think they were going to say yes, but they did, so now they're coming. So... I didn't get invited.
We could have both been invited. You've never brought me anywhere, Brian.
You never show Kenzie off around town.
Wait, first off,
You've never taken, but you've taken Casey's place. You've never brought me anywhere. Ever.
Let me think about that for a second.
Ever.
Have I ever brought Kenzie anywhere?
That's an odd way of phrasing it, isn't it?
I'm just,
you haven't, like, you've brought Casey a bunch of places.
I have brought you to Lollapalooza.
No.
Yes.
I had my own press pass. You didn't bring. We walked over.
No, you had your press pass, but we walked over together.
In fact, you took my press pass because you forgot to sign up for one.
That's
remember?
another subject. That's not the same subject. You said we never went together. We went to Lollapalooza together.
I said you've never taken me anywhere. I didn't say we never. Obviously, we've gone a million places together.
Wait, you want me to take you, like, buy you a ticket and dinner and stuff?
Yeah, you take Case places. You do. You've taken Case to different shows. You've taken him to dinners. You've taken him to lunches. It could be like both of us, but you never take me anywhere.
But couldn't there be confusion there? Because of me and Case, it's boys being boys.
Yeah,
okay, well, invite Case too. But it could be a morning show thing then.
Well, then I got to spend a lot of money.
But you bring Case and you never bring me. Ever.
I'm trying to think of another instance besides Lala.
Well, it's
no,
tough.
and you didn't bring me to Lala.
I did. I just didn't pay for anything.
When it's Brian and I, all he does is talk about cheating on his wife because that's what guys do when they're together. And you really gum up the works, Kenzie.
Yeah, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, you can't not talk about cheating on his wife.
I'll just eat somewhere else when you pay for my food. I'll go sit at a different table.
Oh, so you'll just go, I'll buy you food.
Well, you want to talk about cheating on your wife.
You'll go to another table. You'll go over there.
But I'm just saying, you invite Case and you bring Case and you never bring me.
I'm trying to think of where Brian's brought me now.
He brought you to Dave's Hot Chicken?
Whoa, she had that one in the holster ready to go. She's got this whole conversation.
I wanted to go.
To pull that Dave's Hot Chicken out of nowhere. She's been holding on to this for a while.
When did we go to Dave's Hot Chicken?
You went after the Renaissance Fair. You went together.
We went to Shaq's Big Chicken.
It was Shaq's Big Chicken. So
I wanted to go.
Get it right. I took Case to Shaq's Big Chicken. Not Dave's Hot Chicken, Shaq's Big Chicken. You want to go to Dave's Hot Chicken?
Yeah, I loved it, and I want to go.
Let's put it on the menu somewhere. After Lala, I'm going to take you to Dave's Hot Chicken.
You get ready, baby.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, your takeaways after No Doubt.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klinenberg.
And now we're giving people an inside look at the World Cup.
Time's ticking. I think you can feel the intensity. All the guys are wanting to really stake their claim, and they want to be on that World Cup roster. There's no doubt about it.
Hosting the World Cup on home soil comes with its pressures, but we're just really excited, just as the people are.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. You still have about 15 minutes to text BAD to 312-967-8300. That's the key word for the Strokes. Very nearly sold out at the United Center. Ticket butts Thursday every hour, so Lauren will have another keyword coming up here in the 10 o'clock hour. But ours is still active for about 15 minutes. BAD, B-A-D, text to 312-967-8300. I'll see you at the Cubs game today. And I want to clarify, the first person that sees me and says hi gets a beer. I can't get this line of people.
Well, you could just lie the whole time, though, going, somebody saw me earlier.
Sorry, I looked in the mirror. I'm buying myself a beer.
No, it's one beer per person who recognizes you.
What if, the show's pretty popular right now. What if I get recognized a lot?
Take it as a compliment.
But what if I am out $6,000 in beers?
That's a great story. We'll talk about it
got
tomorrow.
the tickets for free.
Yeah, that works out the girl math there. The tickets were free, but the $6,000 in beers. Oh, well. I'll see you at the game today. Go Cubs, go. Go White Sox, too. Takeaways from today's show.
Go teams.
Go teams.
Yay, sports.
Listen, I just think before the White Sox come home tomorrow, Nationals game tomorrow night, beautiful. It's going to be 70s. There could be a chance of rain, but 70s. Southsiders should get to that ballpark and sell it out tomorrow night to welcome him home after the road trip of what he's done for the South Side as the South Side Samurai.
Not you, though. You're a Cubs fan.
Not me. I'm a Cubs fan.
Yeah,
I will not be there. Yeah, Brian's, South Side, no thank you.
I actually go to a lot of games because my wife's company has tickets for the games.
Kenzie, we should go without Brian tomorrow.
Oh, wait, I can't.
Well, yeah, see, what's your answer to that? Huh?
Because it's my birthday, so my take me to dinner.
Yeah, but this is Casey's present.
Kenzie, it's your birthday. Come to a White Sox game with me. What do you
Drive
like?
Drive 2Ks.
Pick me
He's like,
up.
also, if you could pick me up.
That's the funny angle there. You have to pay tolls. You have to drive 43 miles, pick up Case, and then go to the game.
He only bought his ticket.
I only bought my ticket. You got to buy your own ticket and parking.
Because he'll have his Walkman on, keeping his scorecard up in the upper level.
Yeah, he tells me to stop talking to him.
That's right. We can't talk during the game.
That's a great birthday for you, Kenzie.
You love it.
Fun.
Takeaways.
My husband probably has something similar planned. Yeah.
Takeaways from you on today's show. Case, what do you got?
Takeaway from our friend John in Minnesota listing on the app. Brian is a non-Asian.
Facts.
Practicing, not Asian.
Practicing. Kenzie, what do you got?
Takeaway from Harley. Brian should have taken Kenzie to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Should have. Even though we went to Shaq's job. Oh, Dave's Hot Chicken's
big,
wonderful, too.
Dave's Hot, sorry.
By the way, is that still open? Shaq's Chicken, is it doing well?
Yeah, we haven't done a pour one out for Shaq's Big Chicken. That business is still there.
Good Lord, that was delicious. It looked just like the pictures on the website.
We should go today.
Maybe we'll get Kenzie, you want to go?
Oh, F off. If you guys go without me, I'd be pissed.
It is up in Rosemont, a little bit of a drive for us. But
Hey, worth it for the good chicken.
Yeah. Finally, a takeaway from Rob checking in from Elgin. I'm not Asian, but I would consider myself somewhat Asian by the amount of Chinese food I eat. Southside Samurai, not offensive, Rob says from Elgin.
I don't think that's how that works. I'm not sure that one works.
What's on the podcast?
On the Brian and Kenzie podcast today, Brian said, quote, "You should be afraid of your parents," and then explained the joy of throwing ragers and then getting punished for them. If you're a young child listening, I highly recommend checking that out. Oh. We also have a new slogan for the Cubs and for Brian's life. It is hot dogs and beer and desserts. Oh my.
Oh my.
Broke down what Brian will be eating at the friendly confines today. And we also learned that Kenzie's birthday is making my life worse, as I will be going home today to watch 3 hours of Lord of the Rings so that I can review it for Kenzie's birthday tomorrow at 8 a.m.
No. It's the director's extended cut. It's got to be it could be at least a half hour longer.
I don't know. I'm going to watch what I watch.
That's tomorrow.
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what the director's cut is and what it isn't. I don't know what's added and what's not.
Kenzie, do you
The problem is when you do the review, I'm not going to remember what was added and not, so I may bring up scenes you didn't see.
One more quick question. Kenzie, do you think, I thought of this after we secluded Lord of the Rings, is it weird for him to watch the movie without ever reading the book?
No. There's a lot of people out there who haven't read the book, and I don't think you can read the book tonight and watch the movie.
I want him
That's
to
a big ass.
I want him to read the book after the show before he watches the movie.
It's a big book.
Yeah, it's a big book, big movie.
I'm a dumb guy, so it's going to be hard for me to get through.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. And stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.